Hello, Chris. This is Christopher, the Analog Brain. Congratulations on reaching 200 subs. Quick shout out to Rachel, the Music Man. She brought me to your channel. Now, when I was a child, there was a nanny who used to come to the house, and she would do housekeeping. She would cook meals for my family. And while my other siblings at work, I used to go into a room, an extra room in our house that had a television set, and it also had one of these suitcase type of record players. And I would sit there and play records. And so she saw an interest in that. Used to keep me occupied, so she was more than happy to keep me occupied while she had other duties around the house. And she used to bring one of those boxes that you would tote around 45s, and within that box she had a lot of New Orleans R&B, and she also had the Beatles in there. And I was immediately drawn to the Beatle 45s because of the orange and yellow design, because when I put it on the turntable and they would spin around, I just thought that was really cool, being a young child and everything. Of course, these are the box sets that came out, Target put out, and you got the 45, the reproduction of the picture sleeve, and of course you got a t-shirt. And of course I kept all these sealed because the t-shirt wouldn't fit me, but at any rate I bought them because they were on discount. They were marked down considerably, and I couldn't help resist getting these because they brought me back to my childhood. Okay, for question number 2, a song I would be comfortable with singing in a karaoke bar. It would have to be the Box Tops, The Letter. I really like that song. I remember it from my childhood, and it's on this 4 LP collection we used to have in that room where I used to spin my Beatle 45s. For question number 3, what is your 3 desert island albums? This is Johnny Winter's The Progressive Blues Experiment. This LP has got to be the best blues rock LP ever released. Johnny Winter just smokes it from the opening track to the end. This is a kind of weird 8-track. This is actually the bottom of the 8-track, and this is the top of the 8-track. Usually it's the other way around on 8 tracks. Then for the second choice would have to be the Beatles' White Album. My favorite song by the Beatles on this collection is Dear Prudence. And the final selection in the Desert Island disc has to be my favorite album of all time, Alice Cooper's Love It to Death. Simply adore this LP. This is my copy that I've had since I was a kid, and it has Alice's thumb, which everybody thought was his unit sticking out from his cape, which I don't understand. It's clearly his thumb, why they did that. I think also that the band actually did their own controversy to bring attention to the LP for publicity. But at any rate, I'm always looking out for the other versions of this LP that they put out after the controversy. Question number 4, an album artwork that you could look at for hours and hours. I remember buying this in the store in my teens, and I'd never heard of the band Iron Maiden before. And just to look at this artwork and to see some kind of decaying monster, skull, corpse, or whatever Eddie is, and he's just attacked someone and they're clinging on for dear life, on his shirt, and there's a bloody hatchet right there. I just thought that was just the most bizarre album cover I'd ever seen. But I had to pick this up. I've been an Iron Maiden fan ever since. I've got several of their LPs, went out and bought several of them. But this was just an album artwork I was just intrigued with. It's well done. It's very good graphics. One of my favorite bands, Iron Maiden. For the last question, a closing track on an LP that you think is the best closing track ever. I would have to go with Freebird, the live version. Yes, for many people, it's been burnt out on classic rock radio. But there's songs that never will I get tired of that classic rock radio has burnt out. Dream On by Aerosmith, Paranoid by Black Sabbath, and of course Freebird. Well, that's my entry into your contest, Chris. Once again, congratulations on reaching 200 subscribers. Until next time, this is Christopher, the Analog Brain.